Hi guys, it's Adam from Team Workout Movement, and today I'll show you how I stay lean. So first of all, let's look at my progress from around a month or so. So as you can see, I was a bit more bloated, I had some more fat on my upper abs mostly, but now, as you can see, I shredded a little, I have a bit more progress, especially on those abs here, and also a little on my back. Of course, this progress wasn't especially any kind of easy thing, and it didn't happen just out of its own. I actually had to change two things, the first one being my workouts and the second one being my diet. So let's start with workouts. At first, my goal was to bulk. Therefore, I was only doing exercises for tearing the muscle and actually making them grow. Therefore, I didn't really focus on that fat or shredding because that wasn't my goal. I only wanted to bulk, and therefore I separated it and didn't do anything like cardio or anything like that because it would only stop me from getting bigger. But now, as my goals shifted a little, I wanted to shred, and therefore I had to change my workout schedule. What I changed is that instead of training 5 times a week, only doing exercises for tearing that muscle and making it grow, I put 1 day of cardio there. So now I have 4 days regular exercises with dumbbells, extreme body weights, and then I have 1 day where I do cardio and also just ab workout. Now it's really like a short workout because that cardio is really killing me and I cannot do any kind of good performance on other muscles which I would like to train that day. So this is 1 day which I put cardio into my schedule. In the other days I only do these exercises for getting bigger and stronger, and I don't do anything for shredding. If your body looks similarly to the body which I had a month ago, you can consider doing it just like this, so that 1 day of cardio in that week. If you are a bit more bloated, have much more fat on that belly, I would recommend to put more days of cardio. You have to focus on your goals, because you have to either choose that you want to bulk and then constantly keep yourself at like okay level with that fat, or you have to choose whether you want to really shred and then really just only keep those muscles, not really get any exponential growth from your workouts. So in this case, if you are a bit more fat, I would recommend to really just focus on the shredding and then put some days where you'll be actually working out to like maintain the muscle which you have accumulated during your time. But if you're like me, where you only want to shred just tiny little and you have quite a lot of time for it, then I would just put 1 day of cardio there and then keep those 4 days of working out in the rest of the week so you actually get some progress and gain some muscle. So overall, you have to select those goals and put them into your schedule corresponding whether you want to bulk, shred, or do something in between where both processes will be slowed by a little bit because you cannot do both of the things at once and expect any kind of high progress. So really choose one thing which you are satisfied with and then try to maintain it for some time and you'll see some results. And for the second part guys, the diet. So before, here's some pictures of my diet. As you can see, it was just a messy plate with all the nutrients, carbs, fats, proteins. I didn't really care about the ratios of them. I just put everything I could on the plate and tried to eat it. I really tried to put as much calories into my diet as I could in order to actually get some bulk. Of course, because I was putting a lot of carbohydrates there and also a lot of fats, I developed a little more belly fat than I wanted. So, as my interest shifted, I wanted to shred a little and therefore I had to change my diet. So here are some examples of what I did. So as you can see, the plate looks much cleaner. I'm actually separating fats, carbohydrates and proteins and it's not just some kind of messy plate which I put together. And what's so great about it is that I always know how much I ate. I have absolute control about the amounts of nutrients. And here are some other examples guys. So as you can see, I have separated the nutrients from each other so I can see how much I can take and I can have then control over my diet. So guys, if you want to create this kind of progress as I have just in 1 month, you'll have to strictly follow this diet and try to make it so there aren't any exceptions, so not cheat meals, and you also have to be really consistent with it so there won't be days where you won't be eating or anything like that. Another important thing is prepping your meals. So it's really important because with this you are able to control the diet and you'll know that you will always have the meal which you need. To this I can also relate, I actually didn't have any kind of diet which would mean that I would decrease the amount of food I take. So the only thing I did, I changed the ratios of the macronutrients which I take. So instead of taking huge amounts of carbohydrates and fats, I cut it a little and then put a bit more protein onto that plate so I eat around the same amount of food. It's really important because if I would only decrease the entire diet, there's quite a huge chance that my muscles will also fade with it and not just that fat. So try to really decrease the food by a little and then replace those nutrients which you've lost there by those proteins if you can. So this is another important change. As you can see it on those plates, it's really like less protein. There is much less carbohydrates and also much less of those fats, but more protein as an exchange. So remember guys, the diet is really important and it may be even more difficult than actual training. So really focus on it. Also try to be consistent with it and not hold it just a few weeks, try to hold it even more. Even this is like my progress after the 1 month, but I'm still planning to hold it for even maybe another one and maybe even another one if I'm not satisfied with the results completely. So really depending on what's your goal, try to hold the diet, and if it doesn't work, maybe if you're like doing it for 1 month and you don't see any results, try to shift the diet a little, make some changes so you'll see some change. Okay guys, if you have any questions about this particular video, just ask me down in the comment section below if there is something still a bit blurry or you aren't sure about something, because it's a bit more complicated topic and there are many things I can discuss about. Also, if you are interested in this topic, tell me if you want like more in-depth talking videos like this, and I can do more of them in the future. Also guys, if you enjoyed, leave that like, share and subscribe, and this will be all from me for today. So thank you very much for watching and bye.